Awfully suspicious, don't you think? Prominent crime family in Gotham wiped out by a gas leak.
Is that a question you'd like me to answer?
The previous episode, Santani, was one of the best pieces of television I have seen in a long time. Will episode 5, titled Homecoming, be able to measure up? What will happen after Sofia killed off almost her entire extended family? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review if you like to find out. After we learned about Sofia's past and saw her exacting her revenge in the last chapter, it is time to catch up with Oz again.
It's you and me now, kid. Till the end. Ain't it time we got ourselves some goddamn respect? Huh?
Let's fucking go.
As the Maronis stole the new drug, Oz kidnaps their son to exchange him for the goods. And after delivering that demand, he also pays off a prison guard to kill Salvatore later that day. Because the stakes are getting higher, he asks Vic to get his mother and go into hiding, which he does in a derelict building in Crown Point, the district that was devastated by the flood. Then, at the exchange, Oz kills his hostage and their mother, but most of the mushrooms are spoiled in the process.
We're all fucking dead! That's it!
Oh, and Sal survives the attempt on his life and breaks out.
Thanks for the keys, Oz.
They never could have busted out without him.
You are cooked!
That's funny. Do me a favor, Sal. Call your wife. See if she answers.
Meanwhile, the police investigates the gas leak at Villa Falcone, looking for Johnny Vitti, who was not found among the dead, as Sofia is hiding him away to make him comply with her plans. After he gathered the men that are working for them, Sofia rebrands the clan in honor of her dead mother.
I am a Gigante, and this is a new family now.
She also proposes to join forces with the Maronis and together eliminate Oz and his crew. When Vitti opposes her on those plans,
Alright, okay, Sofia. Let's not be rash here. Alright.
she shoots him point blank. The episode ends with Sofia convincing Sal to band together.
We kill Oz, and then we take over the city. Together.
And Oz finding the perfect place to grow the mushrooms, making an abandoned underground railway his new base of operations. This was another great episode that didn't quite measure up to the previous one, but that was an almost impossible task anyway. As predicted, Oz step by step leans more into his darkest impulses, showcased by the joy he feels while brutally killing the two Maronis. While our, or at least my, initial sympathy for him is shrinking, the apparent psycho Sofia, after learning her backstory, gained in that regard. She is still ruthless, I mean she just killed her clan by the dozen, but her motivation is more relatable. And interestingly, when she kills Vitti, she doesn't enjoy it, or at least not revels in it. It is just a strategic move. So it is almost as if their personalities are shifting proportionally into the opposite direction from what we previously perceived. What is also interesting is the fact that they are otherwise so similar. They were friends in more innocent times, both were always treated wrong by their peers and constantly underestimated, which now plays in their favor. Both want to lead their organization in a fair way, meaning the spoils go to everyone, not just the boss and his inner circle.
This was my father's, but he made it off of your labor.
And they kept it all for themselves.
Go ahead.
They never made us. Luca Falcone didn't even know your fucking names. Now let's get back what belongs to us. Alright?
Alright.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's go, brother.
And they want to be respected by their community. The only unforgivable thing about them is him killing her brother. Long story short, right now I am Team Sofia. And it is funny to say that considering what she did. But that is what makes this show so fascinating, that you can still sympathize with the villains. Now here's some random observations. Though sparing Gia was definitely the morally right choice, She is now traumatized by her parents' death and put into foster care. I guess if this DC franchise goes on long enough, she may become Sofia's biggest nemesis once she is of age. This, of course, is if Sofia survives the show. Like I said last time, I'm sure Oz will end up on top, so he can be the big bad in the next Batman movie. So I hope they don't kill her off. Seeing how well acted and developed the character is, it would be stupid to do so. My best guess is that she will end up back in Arkham, which is the worst that could happen to her, where she plans her revenge on Oz that we may see in a future project. And what is up with her psychiatrist Julian Rush? He apparently is in love with her and now joined the organization, in a yet unknown capacity. He seems to be not only attracted by her, but also by the darkness inside her, which makes me question if he really is just obsessed or has ulterior motives. Wasn't Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow, a professor of psychology? Maybe he turns out to be a villain like that, or turns into one. Right now it is quite interesting, as it could go both ways, as Theo Rossi plays him quite inscrutably. But maybe that is just his general style of acting, come to think of it. In the roles I saw him in the Luke Cage TV show and in Army of the Dead, he pretty much acts that same way. I truly like him as an actor, though I'm not even sure why, but right now I am actually asking myself how good of an actor he is. I guess I need to check out more of the stuff he did. Homework. By the way, after Johnny Vitti threatened Sofia a few episodes ago, I was sure he would die, and thought he would be the first to go. Surprisingly, he made it the longest, but the moment he opened his mouth to contradict her, I knew she would end him there and then. Maybe my favorite moment in this episode. But there are also two things that irritated me a bit in this chapter. The first one being the fact that the police, looking for Vitti, did not check out all the buildings on the Falcones' property. But maybe it was just too big to check everything. Not a major issue, but something that puzzled me. The other thing is that Cell could so easily break out of prison. It looked like you only need to kill a guard to get out. But again, maybe the guard made sure no one is around to do his deed. And that way opened up a path out for Cell. They should have just shown how he did it to make it a little bit more believable. But like last time, that is nitpicking on a very high level. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. It was another great episode that didn't quite measure up to the previous entry, but didn't disappoint either. I guess I will just go down half a point from the rating of the last chapter, which means we have a more than solid 9 out of 10 points. The next few episodes will likely get pretty intense, and I'm looking forward how much our sympathies will keep changing. I just hope that in the end, not all relatability is gone, because then the events will be less engaging. We need to be rooting for someone, so hopefully that will remain a thing. What about you? What do you think is Rush's deal? Is he just a psychiatrist or is there more? On which team do you place yourself right now? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time, and thanks for watching. But that was an almost impossible. Though sparing Gia was definitely the morally right choice, as Theo Rossi plays him quite inscrutably.